Welcome to the Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First, some headline news and announcements. It's out with the old and in with the new. Here's what's happening downtown. On October 21st, the old Baker's on Main Street was demolished. Many residents were sentimental about this place with lots of memories from their youth. There's another new addition to our Main Street. Vela Juice Bar is open every day from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. They are located at 89 Main Street. Stop by or check them out online at velajuicebar.com. Welcome to Bourne. Mass Maritime wants to purchase 2 lots across from Town Hall as additional parking for their students. Unfortunately, this is regarded as some of the most valuable land in the downtown area, and it was hoped it would be developed into something more attractive, important to residents, as well as revenue generating. Many residents had hoped that the Grand Union grocery store located at 170 Clay Pond Road would once again be the site of a grocery store or market. But unfortunately, there's no relief in sight for Bourne's food desert situation. With a year-round population of approximately 20,000, swelling to 40,000 in the summer, we still only have one supermarket in town. The popular Market Basket is located near the Sagamore Bridge, and many residents try to avoid that area during heavy summer traffic. The former Grand Union will now become a self-storage facility. Here are some wonderful photos taken by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. And now our featured stories. Town meeting went for 2 nights and made use of the new electronic voting system. Our new town moderator, Don Picard, did a good job at what was a contentious meeting as residents once again voted on the question of allowing retail marijuana sales in Bourne. The question was voted on the second night of town meeting when attendance was significantly lower than the first night when over 800 voters had turned out. Repealing the ban on retail marijuana sales in Bourne failed by 38 votes.
This is Article 14 on page 80. The motion is, I move the town vote pursuant to sections 2.3.1 of the Town of Bourne bylaws to repeal section 3.1.45, prohibition on marijuana establishments of the Town of Bourne. This is a simple majority. Are we ready to vote? Okay. Does everybody have their handheld devices? Okay. Remember, if you wish, hang on. If you wish to repeal the ban on recreational marijuana in our bylaw, press 1. If you wish for the repeal to be defeated, press 2. Please vote now. Green light? There we go. Hit 3. You can hit 3 and re-vote. Well, as long as the green light is on. How much time? You have 15 seconds to re-vote if you hit the wrong button or voted. Okay. As I said, this requires a simple majority. The results are 339 people voted in the affirmative, 376 people voted in the negative. I declare that the motion fails. I'd like to remind everyone that this article is subject to reconsideration within 1 hour of this time, which is 7:51. Anyone who made a voted on the prevailing side can request reconsideration, and we will re-vote.
It was a perfect evening. No rain, no wind, no cold temperatures for this year's trunk or treat at the Bourne Community Building. Hundreds of people showed up for this spooky and fun event.
Happy Halloween!
Meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And then I saw her face.
Queen!
I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
God bless us, everyone!
Come on, y'all. And I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Hey, not a trace. Yeah, of doubt in my mind. One more time. I'm in love. I'm a believer. Come on. I believe, 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 I believe. Hey, y'all sing it with me. I believe. I believe. The people in the back. I believe. I believe. I believe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Hello.
Happy Halloween!
On Thursday, October 3rd, the Army Corps of Engineers released their draft report recommending replacement of the Bourne and Sagamore bridges. The report can be viewed at CapeCodCanalBridgesStudy.com. The first of 5 meetings regarding bridge replacement was held at the Bourne High School auditorium on October 16th. Residents of Bourne are particularly anxious about the replacement process as we are most affected by bridge construction and bridge traffic delays.
While construction of the new structure was underway, the current bridges would remain open and continue to be inspected and maintained in a safe and reliable state. The current bridges would be dismantled after the new bridge is open for traffic. The last alternative, alternative D, or a replacement with 4 through lanes and 2 auxiliary lanes, is similar to the replacement alternatives shown previously in that it would contain modern 12-feet lane widths, appropriate medians and pedestrian access, and a shoulder for breakdowns. However, this alternative would widen the previous bridge deck by 2 additional lanes for 2 through lanes and 1 auxiliary lane in each way. The auxiliary lane would serve to allow traffic merging at the entrance to each bridge to accelerate and prevent some of the traffic blending issues as seen on the current bridges. Again, the current bridges would remain open during new bridge construction and be dismantled and removed after the new bridges are opened for traffic.
That a delegation of Bourne representatives be present at the table during the design and construction of the new bridges and surrounding infrastructure. The impact of the bridge construction and the related infrastructure directly affects our daily municipal operations and lives. The Bourne delegation would be coordinated by the Board of Selectmen and Town Administrator. I commend you for your listening sessions, research, analysis, resulting in a comprehensive draft report in line with the due diligence demonstrated during the Army Corps and Cape Cod area transportation study. It is now time to have more engagement with Bourne specifically. The coordination of the efforts by these federal, state, regional, and local entities is essential to optimizing this landmark decision to build 2 new bridges. We request that the Army Corps and MassDOT join the Bourne Board of Selectmen in public sessions to start to work out the public engagement schedule with the various stakeholders locally: residents, businesses, emergency response, the schools, etc.
I'm the elected part-time town clerk, but I'm also the part-time general manager of the Bourne Recreation Authority, whom I'm representing tonight. And the Recreation Authority is asking the same thing that the town officials are asking, that we be part and parcel of the overall discussions. Everybody knows that the Bourne Scenic Park and the John Gallo Ice Arena are located on Corps of Engineers land. And we have and enjoy a wonderful working relationship with the Corps and state DOT. But as we look at the areas of planning and how the project is going to be considered, we're just respectfully asking that the park and the rink be identified in the plan, because as the area shows on the Bourne Bridge going north, the entrance is right in the entrance where the park is, and we were trying to put in a waste treatment septic plan right there. And on the south side, we are located beyond the Upper Cape Regional, and that'll be a major traffic import.
How much is my property going to be impacted by this construction of the new bridge? And what, if any, alternatives do we have?
So this is just to get to a decision for the rehab versus replacement. Once we get to that decision is made, we're going to be extending our working groups that are going to work with the local abutters to determine a type, size, and location for the final bridge. We've just done a study on what the most likely area is, but we would extend that information to you when the time came.
On October 16th, Jerry Ellis gave us some history of the Sagamore Cemetery and the restoration project happening there.
The neat thing we have about this particular cemetery is that we have the father, mother, brothers, grandfather, grandmother of Jonathan Bourne, who the town was named after. It's in a separate part of the cemetery, and they were dug up from the cemetery for the family of the Bourne when the canal was being dug, along with the Ellis Cemetery, which unfortunately was no relation of mine. But it amounted to over 84 souls that were transferred from 2 cemeteries right in the middle of the canal when it was being dug. And they were brought down here in 1910 and reburied. Keith Car Company, which was in full blast at that particular time, provided all the coffins, the wooden coffins that they would be reset in. And so consequently, unfortunately, what happened is when they used the laborers out of the car works, when they brought them down here, a lot of the names were done with chalk on the wooden caskets when they brought them down. And as luck would have it, being in New England, we had a New England nor'easter, and all of the chalk marks were washed off. So the Bourne Cemetery had been kept separate, but the Emery Ellis Cemetery had not been. So they tried to guess at who was inside those boxes. And then what they did, they made a mistake in that they didn't bring the stones down with the boxes when they brought them, so that when they buried them, there were stones that may be placed on top of the wrong people that are here. Witness, therefore, that in the Boston Post newspaper, I believe it was in June or July of 1910, that we were noticed to be the most haunted cemetery on Cape Cod. Because of that, and I believe it's because of the unrest of these people, that they don't have a stone in the right place.
Hi, my name is Mike Gallagher with Village Green Restoration. I'm a stone conservator, and we are restoring 41 monuments here in the Sagamore Cemetery. Here are 2 that are in process. They were toppled over. This one was shattered. So we've taken them up, pinned them all back together, reset them, and now we're doing some of the final joint filling and patching. A couple down there were almost totally buried. Yeah. Some of it's vandalism, but usually what it is when they used to set them, they would, like that one there, they would set them with sometimes cast iron, sometimes bronze pins. And if water gets in there, the pins rust and expand, and they kind of blow it apart.
Here's some upcoming events in November and December. On November 21st, it's the kickoff party for the Homeless for the Holidays at the Mezzaluna restaurant, starting at 5 p.m. On Thursday, November 21st, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., the Jonathan Bourne Public Library will have a showing of The Salesman, part of its Fall Foreign Language film series. Bring a donation for the Bourne Food Pantry as your entry ticket. On November 23rd and November 24th, the Upper Cape Tech Holiday Craft Fair from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. On Saturday, November 30th, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., it's the Pecasset Holiday Fair at the Pecasset Community Center, 314 Barlow's Landing Road. From December 4th to December 8th, it's 103 straight hours of fun and fundraising at the 18th Annual Homeless for the Holidays event at 223 Main Street. Don't miss Christmas in Old Bourne Village, weekend-long celebration from Friday, December 6th through Sunday, December 8th. From 4 to 8 p.m., the Bourne Society for Historic Preservation welcomes you to experience Christmas at the Briggs McDermott House at 22 Sandwich Road in Bourne Village. Rooms in the home will be decorated all through the house with surprises that complement the theme. Refreshments will be served in the warmth of the adjacent Alonzo Booth Blacksmith Shop, along with the Uptuxet Garden Club Wreath and Greens sale. From 5 to 6:30 p.m., tree lighting and music at the Bourne Library. Cocoa and cookies will be served by the Friends of the Library. At 5:30, enjoy music by the Bourne High School Band and Chorus. The tree lighting ceremony begins at 6 p.m. Please bring items for the giving tree, such as scarves, hats, and new toys. From 5 to 6:30 p.m. is also the Cookie Walk and Sanctuary Tours at the Bourne United Methodist Church. Join the fun at this popular annual event by purchasing a box to fill with delicious homemade cookies. A box is just $6. Quantities are limited, so plan to come early to get your favorite cookies. From 6 to 8 p.m., the Bourne Historical Society and the Bourne Town Archives welcomes you to 30 Keene Street. Grab a candy cane and check out the many cookie jars. Scallop and bacon chowder will be served to warm up chilly visitors, along with sweets and punch. Cookies will be available for sale. The Uptuxet Trading Post gift shop will have a table set up for an opportunity to purchase some holiday goodies. At the close of the evening, the Bourne United Methodist Church Choir will lead us in traditional Christmas carols. Saturday, December 7th. It's Breakfast with Santa at the Jonathan Bourne Public Library. There will be 2 seatings, one at 8:30 a.m. and one at 9:30. Tickets cost $5 for children 2 and older and $15 for adults. Tickets must be purchased in advance in the library children's room. 10 a.m. to noon, the Uptuxet Garden Club Wreath and Green Sale at the Briggs McDermott House. Decorated wreaths, boxwood trees, centerpieces, mugs, and more created by the Uptuxet Garden Club will be for sale. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., deck the halls in Katomet. Visit the beautiful historic Katomet Schoolhouse at 1200 County Road and get a jump on holiday shopping and decorating at our annual holiday fair. Find locally crafted ornaments, candles, and other gifts, as well as wreaths and greens. Enjoy delicious baked goods, homemade chowder, and warm mulled cider. Don't miss our exciting raffle items, including lobsters, gift cards, and other goods from local Cape Cod businesses. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Bourne Historical Society hosts Christmas at the Uptuxet Trading Post, where tastes of fresh oysters and bay scallops cooked on the open hearth will be offered along with other goodies, hot cider and scallop and bacon chowder. Goody Claus will be there too, providing a great holiday photo opportunity. Mavis Robinson's reading of Goody Claus, written by Catherine Lee Bates, will close out the event. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., all through the house at the Briggs McDermott House. Visit the decorated Briggs McDermott House, Carriage House, and Forge. Admission is free all weekend. The Uptuxet Garden Club continues its sale from 10 a.m. to noon. The house and Forge will also be open on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Saturday, December 7th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Friends of the Bourne Council on Aging have their holiday craft fair and bake sale at the Community Building, 239 Main Street in Buzzards Bay. Crafts, knits, quilted items, ornaments, jewelry, raffles, baked goods, and more. Enjoy a light lunch in the cafe. All proceeds go to the Friends of the Bourne Council on Aging to benefit the food pantry and provide assistance to those in need throughout the community. The Bourne Library also hosts a Caring Sharing Winter Wonderland. The Friends of the Jonathan Bourne Public Library sponsors this popular annual event where community members and organizations donate decorated tabletop-sized Christmas trees and other seasonal or gift items. A silent auction will be held, with all the proceeds going to a designated charity. Bidding begins on November 21st and ends on December 13th at 5 p.m. The winter solstice celebration at the Uptuxet Trading Post takes place Friday, December 21st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Lyons Family Pavilion at Uptuxet. Dress warmly and join them around the fire as they roast oysters and marshmallows. Enjoy hot soups and sweets and honor the ancient human tradition of celebrating the winter solstice. On Monday, December 7th, it's Anne Minogue performing at the Bourne Library at 7 p.m. It's free and open to the public. Come early to get a seat for this popular event. Well, thanks for watching this episode of the Bourne Review, and I'll see you next time.